It was built to break the rules of flight. It was a bomber that could sprint like a fighter, skim the terrain at supersonic speed, and deliver enough firepower to end wars before they could even start. The B-1B Lancer, once the symbol of Cold War ambition, has been completely reborn. Decades after its first flight, this aircraft, known simply as the Bone, has evolved into a machine far deadlier than before. It now carries hypersonic missiles, precision weapons, and the powerful digital brain of a true 21st century strike platform. The change is not small. It is structural, tactical, and strategic. It is turning an aging airframe into a lethal powerhouse capable of surviving in the most contested skies on Earth. For years, the B-1B lived in the shadow of newer bombers. The aircraft was once the Air Force's pride, but it was later seen as too complex, too costly, and too limited to face modern threats. It seemed destined for obsolescence, a relic that would quietly fade away. This was the moment of weakness the adversaries hoped for, but the United States refused to concede. This was the setup for the Great Reversal, the moment the world's fastest bomber would prove its resilience through relevance. The Air Force knew it could not afford a gap in its long-range strike capability. The revolutionary new B-21 Raider bomber would not arrive fast enough to secure global dominance in the near term. That delay meant a vulnerability, a narrow margin in time that could be exploited by rivals. To stop this potential near miss, the solution was decisive and immediate. Revive the B-1B. Equip it with a new life, a new purpose, and an arsenal designed for the wars of tomorrow. This transformation is strategic insurance, a clear statement that the United States will not yield a single day of air dominance. The upgrades were not a patch job. They were a coordinated, total overhaul of the airframe, the engines, and the brain. The most visible change, and the most humiliating for our rivals, comes from the bomber's powerful swing wings. Beneath them, engineers installed new external pylons. These are structures capable of carrying the next generation of heavy and diverse weapons. These pylons were previously removed to meet old treaty restrictions. Now, they are back. This decision alone has redefined the bomber's warfighting potential. Each pylon can now mount advanced munitions, including hypersonic glide vehicles, air-launched cruise missiles, and standoff weapons. This capability extends the Lancer's reach deep into hostile territory. Suddenly, the B-1B can deliver effects once reserved for specialized platforms. It can carry more, launch faster, and strike farther. A truly modern beast built from a Cold War skeleton. This move asserts dominance and crushes the idea that old promises or old limitations still apply. This massive change goes far beyond just counting weapons.
Before we get to that, I need your help. I'm trying to hit 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and I need your help. So I would really appreciate it if you could subscribe and help me out.
The pylons are a core part of a load-adaptable modular, or LAM, architecture. This system allows flight crews to reconfigure the entire payload rapidly for specific mission needs. Whether the bomber is loaded with long-range anti-ship missiles or bunker-buster bombs, the aircraft can adapt its deadly configuration within hours instead of days. That kind of flexibility is strategic gold. In a world where threats and enemy chaos evolve overnight, adaptability is survival. The B-1B's new architecture embodies this principle, making it a flying arsenal built for the unpredictable nature of any conflict. Adversaries who build slow, static weapon systems are immediately exposed as weak and inflexible. The payload capacity is a true revolution. With its internal bays and the new external mounts, the Lancer's carrying capacity has expanded by almost 50%. This means more ordnance, more mission profiles, and overwhelmingly more firepower per sortie. In raw numbers, the B-1B can now haul over 150,000 pounds of mixed munitions. This is a staggering payload for an aircraft that can still fly faster than the speed of sound. When this mass is paired with hypersonic weapons, that tonnage translates into immediate, overwhelming deterrence. Each B-1B mission represents not just one targeted hit, but an entire operational effect. Suppression, strike, and strategic messaging delivered in one powerful flight. It's an unstoppable show of force, designed to maximize satisfaction and eliminate any doubt about American control. The B-1B also retains its signature, raw speed. A speed of Mach 1.25 at low altitude might seem modest compared to small fighters, but for a 477,000-pound bomber, it is truly extraordinary. What is new is how the aircraft can now maintain that speed. Through careful weight management, aerodynamic refinements, and electronic optimization, its operational efficiency has improved dramatically. It can now maintain high-speed flight profiles for longer durations, all while burning less fuel and running with lower heat signatures. The upgrades do not just make it fast in simple terms, they make it faster where total victory matters most: time to target, time on station, and time to strike. This means the enemy's window to react shrinks to nothing, and the decisive U.S. action is inevitable. The heart of this endurance lies in the powerful engine improvements. The Lancer retains its 4 turbofan engines, but they have been intensely modernized. New digital engine controls, improved materials, and advanced thermal management have dramatically increased both efficiency and reliability. The thrust has been recalibrated to sustain higher performance at much lower fuel burn rates. This extends both the range and the crucial time the bomber can spend on station. This upgrade successfully addresses one of the aircraft's historic weaknesses: its dependence on refueling tankers. Now, improved fuel efficiency allows the B-1B to operate with greater autonomy. It can maintain its supersonic dash speeds, while preserving enough fuel reserves for extended operations. This engine power doesn't just extend the bomber's life, it expands its mission profiles and exposes the adversary's logistical weaknesses. The Lancer can take off from bases in the continental United States, strike deep into distant theaters, and return without strain. This global reach effectively turns the B-1B into a rapid global strike platform, an aircraft that can deliver overwhelming force wherever it is needed, all within a matter of hours. This proves that U.S. power projection remains unmatched. If the engines grant the Lancer endurance, the new Avionics give it true digital intelligence. The cockpit and mission systems have undergone one of the most comprehensive overhauls since the aircraft first entered service. The old analog displays of the Cold War era are gone. In their place are digital glass panels that seamlessly integrate flight, weapons, and navigation data into a unified, intelligent interface. Pilots no longer simply read separate instruments. They interact with a smart system that filters and prioritizes crucial information in real time. Beneath the surface, the transformation is even more profound. The entire avionics suite, once analog, then digital, has been rebuilt around data fusion. Integration with Link 16 and other advanced data-sharing networks allows the Lancer to receive live target information from U.S. satellites, airborne command centers, or stealth fighters, like the F-35. This means a B-1B flying hundreds of miles away can retask mid-mission, pivoting from one target to another without ever returning to base. In effect, the bomber becomes a flying command node, capable of coordinating strikes or acting as a powerful communication relay for distributed forces. It has evolved from a linear strike asset into a network node of the digital battlefield.
Before we get to that, I need your help. I'm trying to hit 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and I need your help. So I would really appreciate it if you could subscribe and help me out.
The bomber no longer flies as a lone wolf. It flies as part of an intelligent network, perfectly synchronized with the rest of the force. This exposure of adversaries' slow reaction time is complete. The cockpit has evolved into a digital command center. Gone are the bulky panels. In their place are multifunction displays, intuitive controls, and automation that significantly reduces the crew's workload. The crews manage targeting, communication, and defensive systems simultaneously, guided by a system that uses artificial intelligence to process data. In practical terms, this ensures faster reaction times, fewer errors, and seamless cooperation with other U.S. platforms. This human-machine synergy defines modern combat aviation. U.S. machines handle the complexity, and U.S. humans make the dominant decisions. The B-1B is now a thinking bomber designed for the era of cognitive warfare, leaving the enemy with no chance to keep up. Modernization also extends to the Lancer's defensive core. Early B-1Bs were designed to rely on pure speed over stealth, trading radar invisibility for raw power. Today's Lancer compensates masterfully through sophisticated electronic warfare. Its modernized defensive systems include advanced radar warning receivers, powerful jammers, and decoy dispensers that are fully capable of countering modern surface-to-air missile networks. Combined with radar-absorbing coatings, these defenses dramatically reduce the bomber's vulnerability. Against layered air defenses, survivability depends less on being unseen and more on supreme adaptability. The Lancer achieves this by confusing, jamming, and expertly outmaneuvering threats before the enemy can ever lock on. The difference between victory and disaster in modern combat can be measured in mere seconds. These upgrades ensure those seconds are returned to the U.S. crew, maximizing their ability to dominate any situation. The Lancer's radar system has also been fully re-engineered. Its precision tracking, synthetic aperture imaging, and ground mapping capabilities allow for pinpoint strikes in all weather conditions. This accuracy ensures mission effectiveness even in fully degraded environments, like those choked by clouds or smoke. Together with improved identification friend or foe systems, crews can distinguish targets much faster, minimizing any risk of error in fast-moving, complex operations. The load-adaptable modular, or LAM pylons, are the key to the Lancer's dual-mission lethality. This architecture allows a single bomber to serve as both a devastating ship killer and a deep strike platform in the same sortie. The three vast internal weapons bays form the backbone of the payload system. These compartments can hold up to 75,000 pounds of ordnance. The bays now accommodate the sleek, stealthy AGM-158 JSSM cruise missiles, capable of penetrating layered defenses and striking from hundreds of miles away. Up to 24 of these precision weapons can fit internally, giving the Lancer the capacity to eliminate multiple targets in a single pass without ever entering hostile airspace. The revolutionary part is the integration with the Long-Range Anti-Ship Missile, or LRASM. Designed from the same missile family, the LRASM brings maritime strike power to a bomber that was never intended for it. With advanced seekers that can autonomously locate and track enemy ships, even under heavy electronic jamming, the B-1B has suddenly become a powerful fleet killer. It can strike vessels far beyond the radar horizon, turning vast ocean battlefields into U.S. hunting grounds. This pairing, JASSM for deep strike, LRASM for sea denial, marks the first time a U.S. bomber can independently wage both wars simultaneously. The external LM pylons complete this evolution, allowing for the external carriage of 12 more standoff munitions. This system is adaptable. It can switch between missile racks, bomb cradles, or experimental weapon pods. Externally, the B-1B can carry both the extended-range JSSM and the LRASM. This extends the total mission load to 36 precision weapons. During trials, the Lancer demonstrated the ability to mix payloads, deploying anti-ship missiles on the outer pylons while the internal bays held deep strike munitions. This means that in a single mission, this single aircraft can destroy enemy surface combatants, eliminate inland command centers, and suppress radar networks, all without a single need to rearm or pause. This is utter, decisive dominance in execution. Perhaps the most important change is conceptual. For many decades, the B-1B was seen as a powerful but temporary transitional platform. The new upgrades aggressively reject this idea by greatly enhancing payload, endurance, and survivability. The Air Force has turned the B-1B into a vital bridge to the future, extending its service life and relevance into the 2030s. It now serves as both a strategic bomber and a crucial test bed for future weapons integration, including the newest hypersonic delivery systems. In that sense, the Lancer is both a warrior and a teacher for the next generation. The modernization effort is also a direct answer to one of the Air Force's key emerging doctrines: the ability to conduct distributed operations. Instead of relying on a few concentrated, vulnerable bases, the B-1B can now operate from dispersed locations, coordinate with unmanned systems, and execute missions with a high degree of independence. Its new software architecture allows crews to rapidly reprogram the bomber for different mission types, from maritime interdiction to long-range precision strike, without the delays of returning to depot-level maintenance. This level of operational agility is strategic flexibility and a powerful humiliation to adversaries who invest heavily in fixed, easy-to-target bases. The overall result of these upgrades is a new form of strategic flexibility and a two-tiered bomber future. The B-1B now sits powerfully between the stealth B-2 and the upcoming B-21 Raider, bridging generational technology with lethal modern relevance. It is faster than either of them and can carry a heavier payload, making it an essential tool for rapid global strike missions. In contested environments, the Lancer's extended range and precision greatly reduce U.S. dependency on vulnerable forward bases. This leaves fewer exposed assets near conflict zones. For adversaries, this is a nightmare scenario. An aircraft that can launch from halfway across the planet, deliver hypersonic weapons, and vanish before interception is even remotely possible. The new pylons redefine deterrence. Hypersonic missile integration effectively turns the B-1B into a mobile strategic launcher. With a projected loadout of up to 6 hypersonic glide vehicles, each capable of traveling at speeds beyond Mach 5, the Lancer gains a reach that far exceeds its original design. In a single sortie, one aircraft can neutralize multiple high-value targets across thousands of miles. The B-1B's new capabilities also allow the United States to practice a highly effective division of labor. This approach eases the strain on the limited stealth bombers, which must remain reserved for only the highest threat environments. The Lancer fills the capability gap, holding targets at risk anywhere on the planet while the B-21 fleet is built. Every year of extended life gained through B-1B modernization is a year of security bought for B-21 development. This is a strategic stopgap that cannot fail. The Lancer's presence near contested zones sends a calculated and unmistakable message. The United States can project overwhelming force at will, with aircraft that operate faster and farther than the enemy expects. The enhanced engines and avionics have collectively expanded the aircraft's entire mission envelope. Now, the Lancer can patrol for over 10 hours, requiring far less frequent refueling, and strike multiple regions within the same long mission. This new endurance dramatically improves responsiveness. When crises erupt, whether in the Indo-Pacific, Eastern Europe, or the Middle East, the Air Force can deploy B-1Bs immediately from their home bases. In recent exercises, upgraded Lancers flew from Texas to Japan, executed mock strike runs, and returned non-stop, showcasing the incredible endurance that now defines its operational scope. In joint operations, the B-1B now functions as a crucial connective asset. Its new communication suite allows seamless coordination with fifth-generation fighters like the F-35, naval assets, and powerful drones. This links land, sea, and air into a seamless combat web of synchronized destruction. This cross-domain synergy defines the future of warfare, and the Lancer is once again at the very center of it. In exercises, upgraded Lancers have demonstrated perfect integration with modern stealth aircraft, operating as the heavy hitters in these mixed formations. While F-35s and F-22s penetrate deep defenses to find and identify targets, the B-1B delivers its massed strikes from safe standoff distances. This is a perfect symbiosis of precision and power. The stealth jets see, and the Lancer strikes. This coordination shortens the enemy's entire kill chain and maximizes the devastating effect of every sortie flown. This powerful Lancer stealth pairing redefines air combat, making it faster, smarter, and decisively dominant. It fuses raw mass with stealth, analog might with digital precision. The long-term vision is clear: a two-tier bomber fleet where stealth and payload coexist. The B-21 will handle the stealth game, slipping through defenses to destroy the highest value targets. The B-1B will completely dominate the standoff mission, launching relentless waves of hypersonic and cruise missiles from an untouchable distance. Together, they create layered lethality, invisible reach backed by unstoppable firepower. This allows the US to maintain overwhelming strategic depth, even as adversaries pour huge resources into anti-access systems. The psychological component of this dominance cannot be overstated. Warfare is as much about perception as it is about firepower. The very rumor of a coordinated Lancer stealth operation immediately instills paralyzing uncertainty in the enemy ranks. Enemy commanders know they cannot see the stealth threat until it is already above them. This absolute knowledge completely erodes their confidence, disrupts their command decisions, and induces hesitation, which is the most exploitable weakness in modern warfare. This is shock warfare used as a psychological weapon, expertly dismantling the adversary's morale before the first missile even detonates. The Lancer's high-speed capability remains a huge tactical advantage. Capable of sustained supersonic flight, it can reposition rapidly, strike multiple targets in sequence, and retreat before any interception is possible. When this speed is combined with long-range precision missiles, speed becomes survivability by sheer distance. In recent simulations, the coordinated Lancer missions achieved a 60% higher survival rate compared to missions without stealth escorts in dense air defense zones. Furthermore, the time it took to complete the missions dropped by nearly half. In live-fire scenarios, the combined use of hypersonic and precision-guided weapons achieved the simultaneous destruction of dispersed targets, a feat once considered impossible without using large-scale sorties. The stealth escorts do not merely shield the Lancer, they amplify it, making every missile, every maneuver, and every second count decisively. The Lancer is no longer a platform, it is a system of systems, an airborne spearhead of synchronized, inevitable destruction. The entire transformation process has been streamlined. Even maintenance and logistics have been greatly evolved. Modular avionics and digital diagnostics cut turnaround time dramatically. The same powerful software that enhances targeting also accurately predicts component wear, allowing maintenance crews to act before any failures occur. This new predictive sustainment ensures higher sortie rates and far lower downtime, a factor that is absolutely critical in any large-scale operation. This level of foresight and efficiency shames the chaotic and unorganized logistical structures of any adversary force. The irony is striking. A bomber conceived during the Cold War now represents the very future of long-range warfare. Through intense modernization, the B-1B has completely transcended its age. Its new engines restore its legendary speed and efficiency, its avionics grant digital intelligence, and its weapons integration delivers a power unmatched by any of its peers. In an era where stealth and autonomy dominate the headlines, the B-1B proves beyond all doubt that legacy platforms can evolve if innovation is relentless. Each and every enhancement turns a 1980s airframe into a 21st century asset capable of global deterrence, devastating precision strike, and sustained presence. The enhancements to the B-1B Lancer are not small or cosmetic. They are truly transformational. The combination of upgraded propulsion, advanced avionics, and adaptable payload systems completely redefines what this aircraft can do and where it can successfully operate. It is faster to deploy, much harder to track, and fully capable of carrying weapons that did not even exist when it was first built. Where once the B-1B symbolized brute speed and simple payload, it now represents intelligence, endurance, and global reach. The Lancer's continued dominance ensures that when the United States needs to project power across oceans, strike at strategic depth, or hold targets at risk anywhere on Earth, the Lancer remains ready and relentlessly effective. Through this comprehensive modernization, the aircraft that once defined Cold War air power now defines the future of global reach. It is final proof that even in the age of stealth and autonomy, speed, power, and adaptability still reign supreme. The aircraft that once roared over deserts at treetop level now carries the future of long-range warfare under its powerful wings. Every new system, every modern circuit, and every expanded pylon reinforces one single, non-negotiable truth. The B-1B Lancer did not fade into history. It adapted to master the battlefield that history itself created. It no longer represents brute force alone. It has become the quiet storm that breaks the enemy completely before they even know it is there. The bomber that once embodied raw speed now defines total versatility. These upgrades have not just prolonged its life, they have fundamentally reshaped its legacy into one of unquestioned dominance. The Lancer's story is a testament to the power of transformation under pressure, the exact kind of transformation that turns mere survival into total, final dominance. This resurgence is a cultural correction. It proves that legacy and future are not opposites. They are powerful allies. When modern technology meets timeless, dominant design, the final result is never obsolescence. It is always dominance. The Lancer's thunderous return to global relevance is not just a tribute to its past might. It is a powerful preview of how the future will fly. Adaptive, relentless, and unapologetically powerful. What you've seen is only the beginning. America's power is just getting started. On your screen is the next video. Click the video, it opens right away, and you'll watch US jets and technology strike even harder.